Hey, what's up guys? It's Apollo here. Hope you guys are doing well and welcome back to Third Age Total War Reforged. Today we have a beautiful river crossing battle. This one is a 3 vs 3 online subscribers battle replay, and of course we are at the beautiful ghost town of Osgiliath. I sounded like the Emperor there. Do it. Anyways, that was stupid. What was I saying? Oh, right, Osgiliath. So I love the scenario where you have the forces form up east and west, and they meet in the middle for a bloodbath. Quite literally, the waters turn red, and they duke it out. I love it so much. Also, we have a bridge over here, which makes things very interesting. So yeah, we've got a great replay. I think this is the first time I've seen it, so I don't know what's gonna happen, which is the fun part. I do have a quick announcement about Third Age Total War. As you can tell, I'm not uploading as much, and I do apologize about that. But there's not much I can do about it because I don't have any content. I don't have any footage. I don't have any battle replays, any custom scenarios. So if you guys want to send some unique and interesting battle replays, I will be more than happy to make videos of them. Again, try to make them unique and interesting. We've been spoiled by the custom scenarios. We had a lot of custom scenarios, and it's hard to go back to your traditional like online battle. So try to, if you got something interesting, I would love to see it. But for right now, I don't have a lot of Third Age content, so there's not much I can do about it. But thankfully, we do have this replay, so I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. Anyways, let's look at the factions, the teams, and we'll go quick over the army comps. We'll start on, what is this, east, I assume, or is this west? It doesn't matter. Here's one side. We've got the Dwarves, who are ready to go. Right in the front line, we got some Ironfoot warriors. Close behind, we've got some crossbows, the Blacklock engineers, and standard Ironfoot crossbows. Also, there is a ballista in the back. He has some troops on the walls that are already fighting some of the heavy infantry of Rhun. He's got some crossbows and some infantry, so we'll be sure to get back to that fight very quickly. And then over on this side, we have Harad, who is bringing a lot of South Rhun archers, the Belagur footmen, which are great at holding the line, and some Corsair pikemen. But that looks about most of his forces, more footmen and some more archers. Archers are going to be key in this battle. And then finally, speaking of archers, we've got these Sylvan Elves. So he's bringing archers, infantry, spears. The Eldar Palace Guard. Beautiful unit. They're so good at fighting. Some more units back here. And then he's got his cab, the Elder Reavers? Reavers? Did you hear that voice crack? Yeah, it's a skirmish cab. And then I'm still sick, dang it. It's that sinus infection, just lingers on. And then he's got some Elder Pathfinders. So pretty cool stuff. Let's look at the other side. Of course, we have Rhun, who's bringing the Golden Horde. So yeah, lots of great infantry, archers, spearmen. Let's see. Oh, this is a new unit I've never seen before. Nomadic warriors. So it's like a light, light infantry. Very cool stuff indeed. Of course, he's got some halberds, some polearms. Cool stuff. The next army, we have the Kingdom of Arnor. He's bringing a lot of pikemen. Pikemen are going to be really important in this fight. Some spearmen on this side, some Dunedain wardens. And of course, Arnor has good everything. Two-handers, archers, infantry. He's got some cheaper troops like the Arnor militia. Here's the battle-ready Dunedain and some Arnor men-at-arms, which is the beating heart of the Arnorian army. So here's the rest of his army. He's got a catapult back here, which is going to be really important. Artillery, of course, is going to be important. And then the next army is another Arnorian force. So he's bringing a very similar force. He's got a lot of great heavy infantry, like dismounted Dunedain knights, and some Arthedain men-at-arms, which are very similar to the Arnor men-at-arms, Dunedain wardens, the spears. So yeah, again, very similar to his ally. And that's pretty much it for the army comp. So we can go ahead and do normal speed and see what's going on this bridge. We're going to see that Rhun is actually going to continue to advance and take on the Dwarves here. The Dwarves are in a really good position because of those crossbows. That's why it's so important to have very dynamic armies so they can support each other in many different situations, So never like put all your eggs in one basket, I never thought I'd be able to use that metaphor. Try to diversify your army because you never know when a crazy situation is going to happen and you need every single element of that force. You need crossbows, infantry, cav. But right now, they're fully engaged. The infantry are clashing. Look at that. They're even knocking down some of the runic infantry. They're just going to continue to push through these Easterlings. Thankfully, we do have some archers in the back who are finally pushed forward. Oh, look at this guy. Whoa. Chris Angel, guys. What is happening? This is a mysterious man. Oh my god, this is amazing. I think we have a new Life of a Soldier, guys. I think, you know, it's been a while since we had Life of a Soldier, but this calls for one. The floating magic archer. Amazing. I love it so much. I've never seen that before. It's obviously something with the bridge. It's like, I think the bridge, it's like a new, I don't know what's happening. I'm not even going to try to explain it. Why try to? It's magic. You can't explain magic. It's just magic. So anyways, they're putting down a lot of suppressing fire, which is real. Oh my god. They butchered those dwarves. I did not expect that. Now we have got even more reserves pushing forward. The Ironfoot Wardens, or warriors, I should say, they're going to show up with some reinforcements. I think it's because he pushed a little too hard. You know, you got to be careful. You don't want to, you know, mindlessly just, you know, click past the enemy forces. You want to make sure you hold your ground and you try to fight them, because that's a great way of just slaughtering your own unit. But this Ironfoot warrior unit should be able to take out these Easterlings, as long as they don't make the same mistake by pushing too far in their ranks, which it kind of looks like they're still pushing, but still, I mean, this is a pretty depleted unit at this point. I mean, they're outnumbered. It's 2 to 1, 50 men to 100. Oh yeah, here comes the rest of the dwarven unit. So let's see what's going on in the river. Nobody has made a move for the river just yet. We've got some Arnor militia in the front rank, so he might be using them as a, like, you know, as a meat shield of some sort, trying to absorb the enemy. Oh, ballista fire. Oh yeah, going for those clumps. That will cause an enemy to push forward. You don't want to sit back and just die to that. So are they gonna push? Well, I guess not. They're gonna hang back. They are pushing forward the spears, of course. But the ballista is being protected by the Ironfoot warriors. They should be able to protect the ballista. And we also have some catapult fire closing in, some silent catapult. That was so quiet. The Ironfoot warriors, another unit coming over to the front ranks. Not sure why it's so silent. Can someone explain this to me? This is the most silent catapult rounds. There we go. They're actually going to push forward. These dwarves, you know, it sucks that they're so short, because they're going to have a hard time fighting in this water. It's going to be very deep for them. So finally, we have a fight in the river and on the bridge, and it's mostly dwarves who have been committed. Oh, now we got some elves. We got some heavy infantry supporting their elven ally against these Easterlings who will just not crack. They will not break. Now again, this is the second unit of the Easterlings. You know, they had 2 units. The first unit, I assume, is dead by now. And we have a lot of archer fire. So now we've got some Sylvan heavy archers supporting the dwarven crossbows in their skirmish battle. Look at that. That's so cool. I love those shields, the Pavi style shields on their backs. Now we got nomadic warriors going to the fight. Very cool stuff. I love that destroyed, almost like observation tower, you know, they look at the stars at night. But no, it's destroyed now. Those are just lost memories deep within the archive. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But yeah, the fight's still underway here. It's tough to say who's going to win this one because of the recent reinforcements. But it's going to be really, I'm sorry about the camera, guys. It's going to be a really, what the heck? What the heck? It's going to be a really important battle, is what I was trying to say, until I was rudely interrupted by the awkward camera movement. Whoever wins this is going to be able to push behind enemy lines. Now, we do have some reinforcements awaiting, just in case they do break through. There's some elves. I assume it's the same thing over here. Yes, we got forces waiting for the victor, if they are able to break through. The spears are still trying to storm in, taking on the Ironfoot warriors, who are barely they're just treading water right now as they fight these, the Arnor militia. Here comes another unit. Another Ironfoot warrior unit. So lots of Ironfoot warriors on the battlefield today. And finally, Harad has some South Run archers who are nearby to support the Dwarven infantry with, you know, some arrows. Naturally. What else would they shoot, you know? Arrows and... I don't know. Arrows. There they go. Okay, they're breaking. So, no surprise there. I'm not sure what he was trying to accomplish. Oh, here comes another ballista. Ooh, man. Catching on fire in the water. That is just bad luck right there. But now we've got a good old... Oh, another good hit. Good old ballista battle between the two armies. And it's going to turn into a little bit more of a skirmish fight. Back on the bridge, the Elves are standing true against the foes that they faced today. And we've got some more Elven reinforcements. The Eldar Palace Guard. Beautiful unit. Really good unit. They will be able to hold here for a very long time. And we've got Arnor now committing in some battle-ready Dunedain. Just so eager to break through the walls. Or not the walls, the bridge. What am I saying? What am I saying? There you have it. There they go. Charge, men, charge. Just trying to even the odds against these Elven Palace Guard. More dwarves pushing forward. Now we got some... Wait, what are these? Axemen of Erebor. And some crossbows. So the dwarves are committing a lot of their army so far, not only on the bridge, but also at the river crossing. So I think the dwarves, they got to be careful. They don't want to exhaust too much of their army at once. But as long as they kill enough of the enemy, then it's worth it, I suppose. But like river crossing battles, it's all about a battle of attrition. You don't want to use up everything that you have. You want to try to save back your elite troops. You want to save some of your ammo, save some of your, you know, artillery ammo for the late stages of the game. If you just use too much right away, you're just asking for trouble. You're asking for disaster. I'm seeing a lot of catapult fire coming in. It looks like they're trying to soften up these numbers. Wait, we've got more Arnor militia and some battle-ready Dunedain that are pushing through the river, facing the Ironfoot warriors. Now, you got to be careful. You don't want to send in your army in waves. It's going to make it way too easy for the defenders, or whoever's, you know, defending against the wave attack, because they can focus down those waves so easily. They need to try to push with a solid, massive force. And look at the ballista fire closing in. Good hit right there, just wiping out an entire section of this Arnor pikeman unit. So yeah, move up the archers. That's a great idea. Get the skirmishing going. Try to kill the reserves in the back. Also, you know, if you have an army over here, try to keep some troops back. You know, don't send everything at once, which is exactly what they have. They've got troops way back in reserve. A little bit too far than, you know, for my liking. I would have these guys a little bit closer. The Elves also have some troops as well. In fact, he's pushing up some swordsmen as we speak. And there's some Elven archers, some sentinels of the Woodland Realm, putting down suppressing fire against these Arnorian militia troops. Oh, geez, this is not good. The battle-ready Dunedain clearing a path. This is not good at all. They need to send up more troops. It's a very, very desperate situation. Now is the time for Arnor to press their attack. They need to push and break through the chaos, the unformed lines of the dwarves. They could easily break the lines, put holes in their battle lines, and cause some chaos and some issues for the dwarves. The dwarves are now sending in some Ironfoot warriors. So they're trying to patch up the holes. They're trying to stop this invasion. See the Elves sending over some troops. Oh wait, we got some cav. Some Ironfoot war goats coming over to support the infantry. There they go, running through the retreating dwarves. And they're going to run down the militia. Oh, there they go. The Arnor men-at-arms. They're trying to save their archers against this deadly infantry. But they don't want to leave their cav in the fight for too long. Because the battle-ready Dunedain should be able to take care of these guys in prolonged melee, which is exactly what they're doing. And seeing a lot of goats die today, which is going to be tasty. See, that's actually something that you could eat, you know? Like, even horses, you know, we always talk about, you know, like how... I need to stop saying you know. how the orcs can eat man flesh after battles. Well, the men can eat horses and goats, especially, you know, war goats. So there you have it. That's how you can feed some armies. So finally, we got reinforcements. Arnor men-at-arms facing the Ironfoot warriors, again trying to patch up this issue. And more Ironfoot warriors closing in, causing the battle-ready Dunedain to break. They were just pushed way too far. Too many enemies to face, but they did well. I definitely think they got their money's worth out of these battle-ready Dunedain, because they just caused a lot of issues for their forces. Now there's just, you know, they're not very organized. They're clumped up. They are recovering quite well, the dwarves and allies. So they are able to push back Arnor and hold on to this very strategic location. It's just that they lost a lot of men, losing it for a couple seconds there. Let's head back over to the Deadly Bridge. Oh my god. Look at that. It's still going on. Constantly seeing troops being streamed into this fight. Arrows flying overhead from both directions. This is just a bloodbath. This is bloodier than the river crossing. Just, it started first and it's still going on. It's cool how it started with just 2 units, right? Now you've got all kinds of different factions and units fighting over this bridge. Lots of banners and flags trying to push, using brute force, using their mass to break through this bridge defense. So you don't want to lose the bridge. The reason that they're fighting so hard for the bridge is because you can set up archers on top of the bridge and then be able to fire down from the bridge to the, to the river battle, which is not good. You don't want to lose that ground. So that's why, if I would kind of have the mindset of not winning the bridge, but just keeping the enemy occupied. So I would send up units that I know is not going to, defeat the enemy. Or let me say that again. Who I know that... Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Basically, send up units to distract the forces so they can't set up archers to harass your troops. I would dedicate most of my attention down here, which is what Arnor is doing. I believe both Arnorian factions are doing. Push, push, break the Dwarven lines, and be able to claim this area. And eventually, you could probably get behind and maybe even attack the backside of the bridge. We'll see what happens, though. It's a very critical moment in this battle. Push! Brave men of Arnor. Go! Defeat the dwarves. The pikes are pretty ideal for this situation. Here comes some elven reinforcements charging in. So this has been a great replay so far. I've really enjoyed this one. Ballista fire putting down a lot of suppressing fire. Okay, Arnor might want to calm down a little bit. They don't want to clump up too much. They're kind of asking for disaster. Especially if artillery hits them here with them all clumped up. Alright, so stop streaming in troops. Honestly, he needs to send troops behind these elves. But I guess he's just trying to use his mass to break through the dwarven section. Maybe able to break through and then run down this way, take out some of these crossbows. So, the dwarves have lost half their men so far. I forgot to turn off the military advisors, so we got another commentary. So I want to go ahead and introduce Scottish Dwarven military advisor fellow. Well, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining me in this video. Oh man, these jokes. Alright, so there they go. They broke through the Dwarven lines. No surprise. I mean, there's no way that small unit of dwarves could hold back just a huge force. Hundreds of men-at-arms. And the dwarves are quickly trying to patch up once again. And now Arnor is in the back ranks. Look at that. Arnor storming on through. This is so cool. I love seeing their banners and just seeing the structures in the background. This massive force right near the destroyed statue. Ah, man. I love the custom maps in 3rd Age. They did such a great job with these. I mean, making these settlements come to life. It just shows how moddable Medieval 2 is. It's really just unbelievable. And the fact that, Reforged is adding life to 3rd Age, which is really cool. Really enjoyed it so far. So a lot of arrows coming down, supporting these dwarves. Arnor committing a lot of forces. They're going all in at this point. Rhun still has a lot of reserves, but it looks like Rhun is mostly concentrating his force on the bridge battle. So that's his main task. Taking the bridge. Oh god. There we go. Good catapult hit. That surprised the hell out of me. I was not expecting that. So that was a very good hit. I mean, look at the angle of this catapult. What are the odds of actually getting a hit from that angle? Watch him get it again. So that's gonna be huge. That could turn this battle around. The great use of the catapult. I like the fact that he's not using fire ammo because it makes him more accurate, I believe. So I think that's pretty wise. It just doesn't do as much damage, I assume so. So the elves are surrounded by pikes and swordmen. Already, Arnor is getting chewed up here. So they should probably, again, push their attack, send up more infantry. They've got some Dunedain Knights in the back reserve. But, oh yeah, Rhun. Rhun, send up the infantry now or never. Don't wait. Go up there. I mean, they've got... Like, you don't want to lose this position. You don't want to lose this aggressive push because all that ground that you fought for will be gone if you don't fight. Well, if you don't fight for it. You got to keep sending in reserves. You got to keep pushing. Move up your archers. Do not give up ground to the enemy. Ground that you fought for. You battled for. Don't give it up. Dwarves setting up some Sons of Durin. Catapult fire. Saw some catapult fire come over in this direction. Elves are now sending in. So it seems like it's mostly the elves on this side trying to fight for the bridge. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this. Just like I said, getting archers up here, being able to fire through stone, which is always helpful. Taking out the catapult crew, which I'm really happy they sent up the catapult crew, but you got to get them in loose formation because they're under a lot of heat. They're under a lot of fire from the enemy skirmishers. And that cross, oh yeah. These guys aren't going to last long, so try to get as much, try to get them firing as much as possible. It's kind of like too late to retreat. You could send up men to try to absorb some of that ammo, which I think is what they should do. See, that's probably why they, if they have any Arnor militia still, they could just use them as meat shields and try to protect the crew. The crew are not even firing the catapult, which is unfortunate. Let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, Arnor was destroyed. Arnor's men, they're down to one guy. This is what's left of that main assault, taking on some woodland warriors, and there he goes. He has fallen, and that's it for the Arnorian attack. They still have a small grouping here and some reinforcements on their way, but it's not much. It's like one unit of Dunedain Knights, so I still think they need to send up more troops. They need to send up more men. Lots and lots of more men. Don't give up just yet. Got some great axe units coming over this way. The dwarves pushing very hard on the flank. I think he's looking for an opportunity to maybe attack yet the backside of this Arnor pike unit. Oh, the catapult now using fire ammo. Not much of a stand. Oh, good ballista hit. There we go. They're fighting with their artillery. I love it. And now they've got some archers. Look at that. Archers firing in this position. Good stuff. Great stuff. Nomadic warriors are holding the line. But slowly but surely, I mean, the battle kind of, it started here. But the dwarves and allies, they're pushing back. Rhun is now sending in. Let's see, what has he got here? He's got some clan warriors coming in, fighting these elves. And we are about halfway through the replay, which is pretty surprising. Halfway through the replay. I mean, again, it's surprising because we've seen a lot of death. We've seen a lot of men die. You'd think that most of the armies have been engaged in the fight, but I think so far a lot of teams are holding back reserves. And again, that brings up my point about the battle of attrition. You got to try to, hold on to your men, hold on to that ammo. I know it sounds like I'm, being a hypocrite because earlier I was just saying keep pushing in men. In that situation, yes, I think they should have, sent up more reinforcements because they lost all this ground. It's all gone now. They're being pushed back for really nothing. I mean, they got some kills, but I just felt like all that effort is gone. So, oh my God, these guys are hauling ass. So my point is that sometimes there's certain situations where you want to push up more men sometimes there's certain situations where you want to hang back. Now, at this point, they want to hang back. Use your skirmishing troops, use your archers, slowly bleed out the enemy, and then send up more men. Because that's the situation that Arnor and allies, you know, that's what they're dealing with. The catapult crew is gone. I don't know if they died or they retreated. Now they're falling back. And the dwarves, pretty impressive. I mean, they held their ground, they stopped the invasion, and now it's pretty much their turn, to turn the tables and bring the fight to them. Dunedain Wardens, though, coming over. They're trying to maybe support the archers who are fleeing, getting over to the other side, getting ready for this attack. The elves are still chasing down the Dunedain Knights. I don't know if these Woodland Realm, I believe these archers, good God, look at them. Look at them. It's like a cav unit. These elves are so fast. And now they're attacking the catapult crew. This could be disaster for Arnor. Artillery, like I said, is going to be so important. He's retreating his crew out of there, which is smart. But send up some infantry. Where are they going? Why are they going behind the wall? What is that sissy nonsense? Don't. Fight for the walls, man. Don't you give up on your people. So, wow, they're going to let this one unit... Wow. I'm blown away. They let one unit of Sentinels of the Woodland Realm to just storm in, kill two artillery crew, and they're pushing back entire legion almost of men behind their walls. That is amazing. I wish my cheap archer unit would scare the enemy so effectively. So finally we've got some Dunedain Knights coming from the rear, stopping these this unit of archer unit, you know, the archer unit. And the elves are getting close to breaking the bridge, breaking through the bridge defenses. This is tragic news. Very tragic news. So Rhun is now retreating behind the walls. So they decided to go for the coward's way out. They're gonna go behind closed doors and try to defend there. Now, thankfully, this is technically not a siege battle, so there's no like proper gates or anything like that. So that is why this battle is so long, because of their, you know, how they're, you know, playing the coward's way out, essentially. But it's strategy, right? Strategy to fall back and defend better locations. I mean, to be fair, I give them credit for pushing so aggressively. I like aggressive players. I just wish he was defending like the shoreline here instead of going all the way back and trying to defend this area on this side. I'm pretty sure he cannot get men up on the walls, so that's pretty much going to make your archers ineffective. So it should be interesting to see how this turns out. So we got a small unit of Dunedain Steel Bowmen. That's really what's left defending this bridge, but this is victorious for the elves and dwarves. But at what cost? At what cost? Look at that. So many dead troops. Ridiculous. This lone guy's, oh, wait for me. Hold on. This guy's like, oh, I was totally in the middle of that fight, man. Ooh, that was a great fight. Yeah, no, I just took a breather. That's why I'm so far behind. Just catching my breath after, you know, killing all those men from Arnor. Come on, no one's believing that. Get up there. Go help your army. Alright, enough with the cringy jokes. I think we're at a little bit of a slower part of the battle. I'm not gonna, you know what, I'll cut it. Alright guys, welcome back. The armies have advanced, and now the elves, they're not even slowing down. I thought they were gonna stop and reform. The elves are still going in. They're going after the Dunedain Wardens who have fallen back behind the bridge. And now we've got even more infantry closing in. So this is going to be really challenging for the elves and dwarves as they try to push through the choke point here, being defended by Arnor and Rhun. Rhun setting up some clan warriors. Let's see what's going on at the gate. Nothing really going on at the gate. Just a small number of woodland warriors using their great axes to break through the shield wall from the Dunedain Wardens. Now we have the Belagur footmen who are going to be joining the fight, joining the fray one last time. So arrows can fire through the walls. I assume you know, you can fire artillery through the walls. So technically the archers are not going to be ineffective because, again, they can fire through walls, which is very helpful. But yeah, I would try to get some artillery fire going through these walls. Get the rest of your men. There they go. They're marching forward. Yeah, get that army going. You're going to need all these men. They've got a lot of men, though. Look at that. Trollman of Harad. Haven't seen a single second of action. So he's got a lot of really good quality troops that are fresh, eager, ready to go. Fresh and eager. Sounds like a sex hotline. I'm done with that joke. I was going to add more, but that's it. Anyways, back to the fight where the elves are pushing. They're actually making some progress. Oh god, this guy got knocked over. Why am I seeing flying men from infantry? I've never really seen that. But yeah, this guy got knocked over by his own unit. And the brave knights, the Dunedain knights, trying to push back these elves as they use brute force to break through this little opening. I think it's time to send in some reinforcements. We got some more Belegar footmen coming in to save the day. Finally, we're seeing Harad more in the action. You know, more. Jeez, that stutter. That was beautiful. More in the fight. You know, their army is in the fight instead of the dwarves. God, words are hard today. Look at the fight here. Like, this is such a slow fight. It's almost like it's so, like, everybody's so clumped up that nobody can really move. You know, nobody can get a proper swing. They're getting some kills. There you go. Belegar footman. Belegar footman. Oh, we got some reavers pushing over, pushing up, not pushing over. They're pushing up. So the reavers. But today, you know, I'm just gonna be honest. Today's commentary has been a real struggle. I don't know why, but I just can't get the words out correctly today. Just one of those days. But honestly, what day do I ever get it out correctly? You know what I'm saying? All right, so. Rhun has pushed up some spears. This is a really good spear unit. They can hold for a very long time in shield wall formation. They were able to push back the elves, but now the Belegar footmen have committed to the fight, and that's just the beginning of this battle. They're gonna have a lot more troops pushing into this this choke point. It's time to get that artillery up there. You know what I'm saying? Get that artillery going. Trying to weaken their back lines. Is that it? Is that all they have? Oh yeah, look at the balance of power too. Oh wow, look at the difference in kills. 76% of the Rhun and Arnor force has been killed, and 53% of the Dwarves and Elves have been killed. So it kind of makes sense why they retreated to this back line, to the inner defenses, because of, you know, the huge difference in percentages. But I feel like this one's going to be pretty close because the fact that they're using defenses, it's going to be really difficult for Harad and the Dwarves and the Elves to be able to take out this army so effectively, you know, because of the defenses. He's got some great supporting crossbow fire, supporting that infantry as they try to break through those lines. Look at Rhun just pushing back Harad. Who do you think's superior? You know, like faction strength. Who do you think is a stronger faction, Harad or Rhun? Because like Rhun, you have the Easterlings, but Harad, they've got those like great beasts of war. They've got the Mumakil, and I'm sure they have like great assassins. I don't know. I'm just making up stuff now. But yeah, I think the two factions are very similar culture-wise. You know, they're both from the east. Well, Harad's more like southern east. But you know, that's a good question, you know. I can't wait to see what you guys have to say. Informative comments. I'm sure you guys are going to have great advice. Great information. Here's a little small unit of dwarves coming over to support. What's up with the flying guys? Like, why is everyone flying around the screen right now? Like, who's throwing guys around? Like some big, like, giant of a dude just tossing people. Ugh. It's insane. There's some Axemen of Erebor joining the front line. So more and more men coming to this grind of a fight. But I think Rhun is pushing themselves a little too far. You don't want to leave the defenses like this, because now the tables have turned. Now Rhun is getting attacked on multiple sides. Instead of them kind of waiting for them to come in and then surrounding them, it's the opposite. So you got to be careful when you're defending. I see this mistake often where defenders get too confident or aggressive and they leave their defenses and they try to bring the fight to the enemy. You don't want to do that. And look at the percentages now. It's not changing. It's still pretty much the same, which is not good if you're rooting for Rhun and Arnor. Over at the gate though, same thing. They're pushing out of their defenses. You don't want to do that. Yeah, it seems like the Dwarves and Harad and the Elves, excuse me, they're mostly focused on getting through this gate, which makes sense because it's a much bigger pathway. It just seems like they're sending like a couple units here and there at the small gate just to say like, hey, what's up, enemy? We got some troops over here, but we're not super interested in breaking through. We really just want to break through over here. Uh-oh. Finally, they realized they made a mistake. They're falling back. They left the archers, though, to die. And now they're getting attacked by dwarves and men of Harad. Great archer support. You can see the archers back here. Pretty soon they're going to be using them as infantry if things don't turn around soon. What's going on at the bridge? At the bridge, they've got a lot of troops now. Oh, the trollmen. Completely forgot about the trollmen and the Castamir's chosen. Yeah. So, oh my God, Harad has been hanging on to some elite troops, saving them for the perfect moment. Come on, dwarves. Come on, dwarves. The dwarves, they're trying to break through this defense. Fresh reserves in the front line. Well rested. There's about 79 of them. So it's good to see that Rhun has some, you know, reserves. You got to watch out from the arrow fire, though. You can see it's kind of hard to tell because it's technically raining right now in the game. So it's hard to tell how many arrows are actually coming down. But it does seem like there's a lot of archer fire coming from both sides. Oh, they push it again? No, Rhun. Bad, Rhun. Bad. Stop it. Stop pushing. Let them come in. Let them come to you. This is a trick. They're deceiving you. More flying troops from charging infantry. Amazing. Yeah, this is all deception right here. That's all war is just deception. I don't know if they realize, like, look at the reserves back here. Look at all these troops crossing the bridge right now. Yeah, this is going to be rough for Rhun if they keep pushing out like this. See, look at that. Now they're getting attacked on all sides. You see that? Why? Why, Rhun? Why? Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. It's all for fun anyways. It's cool to see him do that. It's pretty cool to see him do that. Alright, what's going on at the gate? Still holding pretty well. Those wardens, really effective shield wall. Arnorian heavy archers close behind, so yeah, they're using some pretty depleted units. Some dismounted Dunedain knights. Here we go. Here comes more Dunedain wardens. Oh yeah, they're running out, guys. They are running out. Wow, what happened to their infantry? Just all gone. See, oh, now they're charging out. Yeah, I guess they just like realized, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna die here anyway, so why even try? We might as well charge out and try to take out as many as we can with us. But what I was gonna say is that I think they made the decision to fall back too short notice. So like they had their artillery, which was in good shape until they just left it high and dry to, you know, get butchered. Chance! But yeah, their artillery got butchered because they didn't give the artillery crew enough time to evacuate from the area. And if I wonder if they still had their artillery, if they'd be winning the game right now, or at least it'd be a lot closer. So I think that was a pretty big mistake right there from Rhun and their allies, just leaving that artillery there to die. I believe it was Arnorian artillery. Okay, this fight over here is just an interesting one. It's like half the soldiers here are actually fighting. Dunedain Wardens pushing out through the gate, just like the runic soldiers, the Easterlings. Now the Dwarves have pushed up some noblemen. Look at that. They want some revenge for losing their entire army. So yeah, Rhune's not letting them push back, push in, constantly pushing out more troops, archers and alike, infantry, pikes. They've got to kill a lot here. I mean, they're doing a pretty good job, but again, they should have just let the enemy push through. Look at that, just a river of gold, pushing, trying to kill the enemy, doing everything they can. And also, by pushing out like this, it's making it a very easy target for the archers. The archers are just killing these guys so quickly. Look at that. Look at all the arrows overhead. You can see the blood splatter everywhere.
The enemy's general lies
Oh!
dead.
That's the general. What is he doing out there? Wait, he was way out here from the gate. Why was the general way out there? That's crazy. It's like he got stuck out there.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
So there goes another force, losing half their army. Here comes the Trollmen of Harad, the reinforcements. The Easterlings are trying everything they can to push through the Belager footmen. And we got even more troops. Here we go. Oh, the Dragon Wrath. Or Wrath. Dragon Wrath the Guildsman. Dragon Wraith. What? Wow. They're actually pushing to the Dwarven crossbows. They put a hole. That's pretty. Look at that. You can see how they moved. They pushed out and then moved over to the left. Look at that. That's interesting. I'm surprised that they were able to push so far. We might actually get a really close battle. The balance of power, though, is pretty heavily in favor of the Dwarves and their allies, like Harad and the Elves. So, I mean, they're going to need a miracle, but anything is possible. If they can get a chain route of some sort. Here comes Arnor. Arnor also pushing out. Hey, you got to give them that, right? Leaving their defenses, pushing out, eager to kill some trollmen. Lots of cav, though. That's going to be an issue. Lots of archers, too, still in reserve. But, I mean, really, it's a close fight. It's a very close fight. Oh, no. Rhune's really getting pushed back now. Really getting pushed back. And now we have more trollmen of Harad coming this way. What is... Rhun so desperately set men over here to support Arnor. There's like a handful of troops trying to get over here. Trollmen of Harad closing in the gap, ready to execute these guys. Oh, they're fighting to the death now. Oh, there goes the Easterling, or the general for the Easterlings, Rhun. Rhune's general. And now Rhun is down to their archers against very skilled professional infantry. Not looking great. Not looking good for the defending side, I guess you could say. Oh, Arnor's breaking. Arnor, no, actually they're falling back.
cowardly
Yeah,
foe runs,
yeah, they're
it's
breaking.
time to press the
Look at that balance of power. Here comes the great push from Harad, the Elves, and the Dwarves. There they go, they broke through. So that defense is lost. And soon these guys are going to be sandwiched in between two forces. We're going to go ahead and speed it up a little bit and watch their epic last stand against what's left of this Oh, that was like a clown car. I didn't expect so many of these troops to arrive. He's actually falling back away. Maybe he's trying to avoid the sandwich. I don't really know. Yeah, Spear Militia getting chased down now. There you go. Oh, they're breaking.
Cut the cowards down.
What are they doing? Where are they going? Just stand your ground and fight. There they go. Finally. I guess, yeah, they were avoiding the sandwich. You see, they've fallen back, but they're still going to get sandwiched. So all that effort for nothing. Oh, well. What can you do? So the last stand of Arnor. And that's going to wrap up today's river battle. There goes another general fleeing from the battlefield. Thank you, co-commentator. And now the Dunedain Knights putting up their final fight, their final breath in this struggle. They captured the general. Now you can torture them. 99% against 75%. So it was a fairly close battle. I really enjoyed this one. There was actually, you know, I was quite surprised by the strategy that went into this fight. You know, usually with these river battles, it's just like charge in the center and hope for a victory. But there's actually a lot going on with the bridge battle and like crossfire with archers and, you know, bold pushes. Arnor tried so hard to push through here, but again, it just wasn't enough. And there you have it, guys. Here's the results. The Dwarves doing very well, seeing a lot of action. Elves doing very well as well. And even Harad doing quite well. Over on the other side, everyone did pretty much the same, getting about 1,000 kills. This was sent in by the Dwarven player, Vithsusan. I'm so sorry if I butchered your name, which I'm pretty sure I did. But thank you for the battle replay. I really enjoyed this one. It was very exciting, very fun. Here's the kills for the Dwarves, in case you're interested. And that wraps it up for today's battle. Thank you so much for joining me for another Third Age battle. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it will hold you over until I get another one. Thanks, guys, and I will see you next time.